Okay, difficult topic today, aggression. No one likes to think of their dog as being aggressive, and if we think of it as a flawed character trait, like bad dog. And it's usually from fear. The dog has some kind of a fear. And there are some, very few, that I've run into who had more of a confidence with aggression. And that's a pretty dangerous animal because they will come at you head on. Whereas 99.9%, most dogs will really dart at you, snap at you, warn you, growl, first growling, then, you see other things. And if you persist in entering their space, they may bite you. And most bite, release, and run away. Some will bite and hang on. See if I take these off. No, I can't see myself, so not that I need to see myself here, but just kind of makes it easier. Although I don't look at the camera. My friend Lisa told me, she said, you need to look at the camera and talk to the camera. And I'm like, well, it's not that. It's just that I'm thinking, so I kind of go off and think. So excuse me if I do that. And this is, again, difficult subject. So, all right. So there's all kinds of aggression. All right, let's start there. It's not just dog's aggressive. It's not that simple. There's levels of aggression. I think of it, I kind of make an analogy to chili. The heat in chili. You can have a very mild chili, and you can have a very, very burn-your-mouth Texas-style chili. And there's different levels of that heat. And it's for a million different reasons, nature, nurture, a little bit of both. Some dogs have genetic predisposition, other dogs, things happen, and depending on their baseline, how they're going to react to that. I mean, it's just very, very complicated, way more than I can get into here. But understand that it's an emotional reaction to their environment, to fear, to the situation at hand, and it's very instinct, fight, flight, freeze. So these guys obviously are the fight guys, unless they want to run away and you corner them, and then they go from flight to bite because they feel they have no other choice. So bite prevention, I think most people know. You don't come at a dog face on. You don't threaten a dog and stick your hands in their face or grab their collars. Hopefully you know this. Unfortunately, I guess some people don't. And hugging dogs, they'll bite your face. I mean, a lot of times kids get bit in the face. It's horrible. It's tragic. People let their kids hang all over a dog and hug the dog and squeeze the dog and kiss the dog's face. And, the bites in this country, around the world, I suppose, really are, most of them aren't reported. So that's a big problem. They don't understand. Dogs don't understand our sticking their face in their face. It's, not something that they do unless they're being a little, threatening. Although you will see dogs, putting their face up, but they usually kind of come on like this. They come inside and down like that. They're playing. They don't walk into a dog and do that. Unless they're looking for trouble. So, just common sense, hopefully, please. Please, 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 please. And if you think your dog loves to be hugged, and you say, no, Stephanie, he really loves it. Probably not, but to be sure, take your dog and stand in front of a full-length mirror. Hug your dog. Be careful. Gently. And look at your dog's face in the mirror. And these are for the dogs that people think their dog really likes it, they've done it, and they've never been bit. And I'm not asking you to go and squeeze your dog's neck really hard and try to make them aggressive. I'm saying just do what you normally do, because you're saying to me, hey, my dog really loves this. Go in front of a mirror and do what you normally do with your dog, and look at your dog's face in the mirror. If your dog is squinting and turning, licking, or yawning, your dog's uncomfortable. These are classic signs, especially if they keep turning away or even towards you and lick you, like nervous licking, that they're not kissing you. They're nervous. And they're like, oh, please don't do that. More like that. You'll see it in their eyes. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe your dog likes it. You know, if you do it really soft and gentle and you've conditioned your dog to a positive thing, maybe. So I'm not going to say 100% never do that, but I'm going to say that probably best not to, especially for children. So if your dog this isn't about dominance, okay? Please, please, please. Dominance has nothing to do with aggression. In fact, I've talked about this before. Dominance means confidence. In other words, the dog has confidence. If they're calm and confident, they're a wonderful dog. This is the dog everybody wants. This is the easygoing, tail, wagging nice, the soft, wiggly body, the dog that greets everyone calmly, then goes and lies down on their bed and chews on a bone. The perfect dog, calm and confident. The dog that just is not ruffled by much of anything. Other dogs don't faze them. They're just calm and confident. So that's a good dog, we want. The confidence is what we want. So that would be technically what dominance is. That's the dog that all the other dogs go, hey, that guy's the boss, so to speak. Although they don't really have the pack thing like most, most people believe. I think I posted something on Facebook on my just recently, maybe this morning, about that, about the whole pack dominance thing. It's so misunderstood, and it's a whole nother subject. Again, have to do that another time. But anyway, so the confidence in a dog is good. So again, please, not dominance. It's not about dominance. Dominant dogs bite. No. Confident dogs, if they're calm and confident, would be the last ones to do that. Now, if you run into a confident dog that is aggressive, that's a different story. Okay? So now the dog has confidence and they have a tendency toward aggression. It could be that they, if they have confidence, they would be a dog that would move towards you. And their ears would go forward, up and forward, and they would move in on you, and it would be very frightening, and they don't back off. They have confidence, but unfortunately, they're aggressive. Depending on their level of aggression, it could just be threatening, or it could be a mauling. Those are dangerous animals. The more confident, not necessarily. Confidence plus aggression, bad combination. Confidence without aggression, best dog you'll ever own. Calm and confident, super terrific. The Andy Griffith, calm and confident. Everybody knows he's in charge of Mayberry and doesn't have to raise his voice. It's just he exudes confidence, and he's calm and very friendly, right? Okay. Lack of confidence. Deputy Barney Fife. Okay? Nervous Nelly guy. And you got to take the bullets out of his gun because he'll shoot himself in the foot. So so let me go back a bit here. The confident dog that might have aggression is a dangerous animal. as a rule, depending on, it is a dangerous animal because they'll come at you. But if they have a high level, like if they're the habanero Texas chili pepper dog, those dogs are really probably not fit for society at all, and it's sad. And it's not their fault. It's not a character defect. It was breeding, bad breeding, luck of the draw. And honestly, I've only run into, in 30 years, I've run into 3, maybe 4, I think, of dogs like that. So they're far and few between, really. What you mostly see are the Barney Fifes. They're the ones that they're like, I'll bite you. I swear I will. You better get back. And we push, and sometimes people get bit. Now, again, they could be a very mild heat, very mild, and they just basically growl and kind of snap at the air a little. And then there's a little bit more. They might actually connect with skin, but not damage anything, just kind of do this, come in and out, run away, the flight, And then there are dogs who are fearful, who will take a nasty bite, release, and move away. More likely, that's what you see in the serious bites that get reported. The maulings, I'll put that as a separate issue, very tragic tragedy things. But the everyday, person who gets bit and has to, seriously, they have to go to the hospital. It's bad enough to go to the hospital, maybe get stitches or at least get a shot, tetanus shot. It gets reported. Usually it is a dog who came in, bit deeply enough to create a good deep puncture wound, maybe a little pulling away because the person went like this and it got ripped a bit. Those dogs, that's a more severe situation, obviously. Okay. So we don't want that. So there's a lot of things that, again, I can't even begin to get into: resource guarding, types of aggression, territorial, people aggression, dog aggression, because they're all separate. They can come together in packages, but I see a lot of times some dogs are human aggressive, and great with other dogs, and some dogs are great with people, but dog aggressive. We'd rather have that because you can keep your dog away from other dogs, but unfortunately, people get bit. Things are a little more, serious for the dog when they bite people. It puts them at risk. So you have high places, and again, this is not about dominance. This is about a dog kind of resource guarding an area. They might resource guard a bed, toys, food, a particular item for some reason that they value because it's been taken away from them. Like, say they have a sock and you keep taking them away, that sock becomes more valuable. So the more valuable it is, the more likely the dog will guard it. And then dogs will guard their people. Sit on little dog, that classic little dog sitting on someone's lap or holding the dog. And when you're holding the dog's up here and you're like this, and the dog's to people. They're resource guarding you, their person. If you set them down, all of a sudden they're like, oops. They're not quite as brave down on the floor. And that's just the height thing. But again, it's not about dominance. It's about perspective. From the dog's perspective, I'm up here, you're right here, and then down there it's like, whoa, you're really big. So they just get scared. And if they're Dawn Knots, dogs, they maybe, whoops, you're just maybe a little too big, and I'm just going to hide behind mom here. So they're not protecting you, because when they get down there, they hide behind you. So, and we say, oh, they're protecting their mommy. I'm like, no, you're kind of backing them up. And they're like, I'm emboldened a bit because you're there backing them up, so to speak. When you stop backing them up, they hide behind you. So obviously they're not protecting you. So Now, does that mean you can't have your dog on your bed? Does that mean you shouldn't carry your dog? Depends. It really depends on the individual situation. I have families where I say, you know something, the family is when the family says to me, we're afraid to go in the bedroom because the dog is on the bed, and when we go in the bedroom, the dog gets aggressive towards us, and we're afraid. When the dog's off the bed and out of the room, no problem. Dog's perfectly friendly with everyone. Well, you know, doctor, it hurts when I do that. Stop doing it. So number one is, let's get the dog off the bed and out of the bedroom. Close the bedroom door. Don't give the dog access to that room. A little bit of, management. I've talked about that in other videos. Goes a long way here. Could they ever be on the bed? I don't know. I'd have to meet that dog, work with the family, decide. I think it'd be easiest for everybody to help the dog love their own bed. And I don't mean just put them on their bed and make them stay there. I don't mean that. I mean that bed needs to be a really, really happy, wonderful place for them. And we want to make it a happy, wonderful place for them. So when we do that and they want to be there, then we're on the right track. So that's just one little teeny weeny piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole thing, and there's so much more. Aggression is such a big issue and such a serious issue that I just wanted to kind of give it a fly over it, 100,000 feet here. If you ever have any questions about this, if you want to ask me a question, my phone number's out there, the Everyday Dog, Positive Training. I give away information for free. Call me. I don't care. So feel free to give me a holler. The Everyday Dog, Positive Training. The Everyday Dog, Positive Training 2, number 2, at yahoo.com. If you want to email me, The Everyday Dog, number 2, at yahoo.com. Okay? That's got to put that in there, THEEVERYDAYDOG at yahoo.com. And again, I will talk to you forever for free. I will email you. It's no charge. I simply want to help people understand their dogs and not get bit. Okay? So have a wonderful day. I hope you had a nice Memorial Day weekend. The weather here is fabulous. So you take care. See you next time.